Did you hear? Leonardo Da Vinci is on sale at Cool Stuff Inc. for $9.99. Today we review the worker placement game and perennial Cool Stuff Inc. board game sale item, Leonardo da Vinci. Leonardo da Vinci plays from 2 to 5 players and takes about an hour and a half to play. Let's see what's in the box. We have a full-color rules booklet, one counter sheet, counters already coming out, more counter sheets, a full-color fold-out board, large bag of wooden pieces, and cards coming in both standard Euro and mini Euro sizes, and 2 card stands. Let's see what you get for $10. You get wooden pieces in 5 different colors: red, purple, blue, green, and yellow. You get cards that are not linen finished, but seem like they have a fairly smooth, sturdy finish, and are fairly thick. You get thick cardboard tiles and counters. The standees for the Master of the City and Leonardo function perfectly adequately. The cards are full color. And with drawings from Leonardo's notebooks, and the numbers are fairly easy to read, though in poor lighting conditions some of these icons might be a little faint. The tokens are hefty, however, depending on how you like this or not, the dye or paint that was used on some of these tokens leaves the wood grain fairly visible on some of the colors, particularly the purple and yellow. The board lies flat. The center divide is visible enough, but the other crease is actually quite subtle. And all in all, the board seems like it works very well. It's easy to read. It's a worker placement game, so you're really looking for, can you find where you're supposed to put the workers? Can you tell where a piece is? What is it doing there? That all of the spaces to put your various tokens and cards are really easy to see, and that the artwork doesn't sacrifice usability in order to create a beautiful picture, but that might be kind of confusing to play on. Leonardo's board has a pretty enough but fairly unobtrusive set of artwork, and the different locations have kind of a frosted, translucent look to them, but they clearly are separate from the background artwork. The only critique I see is that in a 5-player game, the fact that the board is unidirectional and that it definitely everything is oriented so that you're facing it from one direction. With more than 3 players, maybe 4 players, you're going to have at least one player looking at everything upside down. But again, the way the board is laid out is clear enough that is probably not going to be a significant issue. The wooden pieces included in this game, the worker tokens, master, and apprentices, are all large enough that they're not really going to cause any problems moving them around on the board, and they're not going to be too hard to handle. The work counters are rounded on one edge, and that can leave you with the problem of rolling components off the table, but in this case, the flat cross-section is large enough that that shouldn't be too much of a problem. They'll mostly lie flat, and you're not going to have to be scrambling after the pieces too often. And even though you can see the wood grain, the colors are still vibrant and easily distinguishable. The insert for Leonardo da Vinci really is quite functional. You won't want to throw this one away. It easily stores all the game components, including the Leonardo and Master tiles, which you can leave in their stands, and the slots for them are actually slanted, so they fit with the stands attached, and you don't risk bending or creasing. One random little touch they added to the insert was Leonardo's signature in reverse, embossed into the plastic, like his famous mirror writing journals. The rulebook for Leonardo da Vinci appears clearly laid out, delineating all your components and then each of the phases in the game. There is no index or turn summary on the back of the rulebook for easy reference, but still there's not that many pages and it should be pretty easy to flip through. There's a beginner setup included and an expert setup for more experienced players that allows you to have a more customized start to the game. There's Codex Leonardi 1 for a variant that's included in the rulebook, and then there are two other Codex Leonardi expansions, one of which is available from print and play from Da Vinci's website, and the other of which I believe is on the Geek. Both of these were convention promo postcard style expansions, but you should be able to find and make your own online fairly easily, adding to the replay value that you get from the game that's just out of the box. Is Leonardo da Vinci worth $10? Well, especially if you're rounding out an order and not paying shipping, I think it's an excellent thing to pick up, especially if you're using it to get free shipping on a Cool Stuff Inc. order. I would definitely recommend picking this game up. Just based on the components alone, it's definitely worth a try. And the reviews on the Geek, I think, give it a respectable 6.97 if you like that kind of worker placement game. If not, you've got a bunch of components that you could repurpose. I'll come back and do a gameplay review after I actually get this to the table. Have a good day.